Welcome back to Balavikan Bharti with mentor Abhilash Sarkar. Now we'll move to the problem number 11 in ratio and proportion. The problem number 11 says the salaries A, B, C are in ratio 2:3:5 if the increment increments of 15%, 10% and 20% are allowed respectively in the salaries, then what will be new ratios of their salaries. Okay, so this is of similar kind. We are doing a similar kind of problem. There may be a variation will come in later on. So the salaries of ABC are in ratio of 2:3:5. The increment is 15%, 10%, 20% are allowed respectively. So this kind of new salary ratio, if I have to calculate, what I'll put the increment along with this in initial ratios. What I did earlier also, this is the A's new salary and this will be the B's new salary and the third one is the C's new salary. So this will be the ratio of new salaries. Now you can reduce it by 5 2 5 this one. Now any other factors which will affect it, if not we can multiply it. This is 46, this will be 66 and this will be 5 in 24 is 120. So now there is a definitely having one common factor 2, so you can reduce it by this to get the ultimate ratio, the new ratio of salaries there 23, 33 and 60. Okay, the next is number 12. If 40% of a number is equal to 2/3 of another, what is the ratio of those numbers? Okay, So this is very easy. Only thing is to put the thing in according to the condition. Okay. So now what is the condition? So let be the number be A and B, the two numbers of which you have to get the ratio. The condition is given as 40% of a number. So that means if I take this number as 40%, 40% of means into, and percentage of A is equal to 2/3 of the another number taken B. This is the condition, and if I put it in an equation as it is said, we'll get to the 40% is nothing but 2/5 of A is equal to 2/3 of B. So that means A by B, if I want to get, it is 2/3 divided by 2/5. So ultimately it is 5/3. That means what is the ratio of A and B is equal to 5:3. So this is your answer. Okay, 5:3. Understood? Okay. So number 13. Find the fourth proportion of, or 2, they are saying it's 2, okay fine, 2, 5, 8 and 15. So you know the theory of any to getting fourth proportion of any three numbers, it is what the fourth proportion means the quantity that will come next to these three numbers. So that means x, and if it is so, their relation must be 5/8. The first two, the quantities ratio of the first two numbers has to be equal to the next two numbers, and this will be your fourth proportion. Okay, so this is the rule. So what is x? So x is nothing but 15/5 into 8. So that means 324. So your fourth proportion for this has to be 24. Okay. So this is 13 gone. The next is 14. So the next problem will be 14. The numbers are in the ratio of two numbers. Two numbers are in ratio of 3:5. If 9 is subtracted, if 9 is subtracted from each, the new number are in the ratio of, the new numbers are in the ratio of 12:23. Find the smaller one. Find the smaller one. Okay. So this kind of problem we have already seen earlier, but there two numbers are in some ratio, then after something is added. So what is added, that was not that part. The initial case, the total of these two has given, then after as in case of what milk and water, we got some mixture quantity, initially milk and water in some ratio, then some water is being added to get this. So now this is of similar kind, but the total of the things is not given. So what we will do for that? In this case 60 liters is given, so then in that case we can calculate between the numbers, what are the numbers exactly. So that was very easy, then I added to get new. But here the cumulative figures, if only the addition is given, initial ratio, the final ratio. So there is one information missing. So what we will do in this case? So we know any common factor to this will convert it to the actual quantity. Let the common factor is x. So the initial two numbers are 3x and 5x, we can assume. Okay, so 9 is being added, 9 is being subtracted from each. So the new number will be 3x minus 9 and this will be 5x minus 9. So now if we do the ratio of this two, you will get this ratio. Now see, there is only one unknown is there. So only thing that you have to get x. Okay, now find the smaller one in the earlier case. So once you get x, so you will get the smaller one 3x easily. So instead of even if there is one information missing, we can solve the problem. Okay. So if you do that, 23 into 3, this is 69x minus 9 into 23. I am not calculating this right now. So this 5 into this is 12. That means this is 60x minus 9 into 12. Okay. So I am keeping as it is because common factor is always there, because 9 is there, so I need not to calculate. I will just wait for the things to be calculated later. So 9 can take common, 23 minus 12, that means equal to 13. So now see, without calculating even, I can get the value. So now sometimes you just work accordingly. Don't go with the calculation initially in the first step. If you go on multiply all this, you may lose some time. So wait for that the extreme step, so that you will get some advantage of this situation where 9 can be taken common and 23 minus 12 will get some number, and 9 as it is a common factor and I am getting 9 also here, it has eliminated from the equation and you will get the result without doing any calculation. So it may save time. So while you do calculation, be cautious what you are doing. Okay. So moving next. The number 15. In a bag, there are coins of 25 paisa, 10 paisa and 5 paisa in the ratio of 1:2:3. If there is rupees 30 in all, how many 5 paisa coins are there? Okay, fine. This is a kind of problem that is very common in every exam. This kind of problem, I am not saying exactly this problem, this kind of problem where the denominations are giving in paisa, not in a kind of rupees, but we are having a common knowledge that how the paisa is related to a complete rupee. Okay, now then after the rupee is in the term of increment of 1, but in paisa there may be a different denomination that is available in Indian currency. So this 25 paisa is there, 10 paisa is there, 5 paisa also there in earlier days. Now it is only obsolete. We are not getting this much of denomination, but still for the sake of the sum we can say. So now this 25 paisa, now if I, and this in the ratio, the coins, the bag in the coins, this ratio is according to their quantity. The quantity are in the ratio of this. But whereas the total denomination, if we add, we will get some rupees. So how will you get this? So now the numbers are in 2:3 this one. Now if I want to get it with the value part in the term of value, if I want to get, this is the denomination of 50 paisa. So now if I assume this all to be converted into rupees, so then 25 paisa into the quantity will give you the value here. Now this value, this is 25 into 1, that will give you 25 paisa. Now this value I want to convert into rupees, so I have to divide it into 100 to get the equivalent rupees, because 100 paisa, all this, if I the destination of this paisa is 100 paisa. In 100 paisa I will get 1 rupee. So how many of 25 paisa will convert it into 100 paisa? So I will get this 1 upon. So this has to be multiplied with 25 value. So I am just getting for one quantity of 25 paisa into 25 will give the value, and that has to be divided by 100 to get in rupees. So all, if it is in same denomination, then only I can get the ratio. The ratio as a definition was the kind has to be same and the unit must to be same. So to get in same unit, so I have to convert it all in rupees. So 1 into 25 will give you the value of this. Okay, so now I have to convert it by 100, and this 100 is for same, for all cases it will be divided by 100. So no need to bring this 100. Okay, so only thing is that if I want to multiply with the valuation of the quantity, I will get the equivalent value of this. So 2 has to be multiplied with 10 paisa, the value of this, and 3 has to be multiplied with 5 paisa. So I will get the valuation of each. Okay, so ultimately this will turn into that valuation. That valuation, if I divide with 5, the 5 is to 4 is to 3. This will be the valuation. Okay, this in terms of valuation, and this valuation in as a whole it is 30 paisa. So what part of 5 paisa is contributing 30? Part of 5 paisa contributing is 3 upon 5 plus 9, 12. This part is contributing 30 rupees. So this will be by valuation how much it is contributing? 4, that means 7.5. 7.5 rupees. That the amount of 5 paisa, if it is converted into paisa, rupees of 30 will be 7.5. So now what is the quantity of 5 paisa? So now the quantity of 5 paisa, how will I get? The total rupees which I convert by giving 5 paisa in a quantity, the denomination, each denomination of 7.5 rupees is equivalent to how much paisa? Into 100 by 5 paisa. So paisa against paisa, I will give you the quantity. So what is the quantity? 5 1 5 2 5 5 5 that. So this much of numbers of 5 paisa is there in this quantity. Okay, so now if it is very difficult to understand, let me take some other alternative method, where if I get, so let the number of 10 paisa, the 25 paisa is to the numbers 10 paisa is to 5 paisa. I am just assuming it is x, 2x and 3x. Okay, because x is the common multiplier. So this method I am just going the direct method where it will be very easy to understand, and I will cross check and I will correlate the answer that I got in the earlier case with this. So now this is very straightforward method. The what are the numbers given? 1:2, 2:3. So I am getting common factor of multiplication is x. So the quantity exactly x, 2x and 3x. Now what I am doing, this is the quantity. Now what is the value of x number of 25 paisa? 25 upon 100, because I am converting into rupees as this is given in rupees. So 25 paisa you convert by 100, it will be rupees into number of 25 paisa. This is the total valuation. 2x into 10 paisa, so 10 by 100 is the valuation in rupees, and 3x into how much? 5 paisa, 5 by 100, that is the valuation in rupees. So all total is 30. So this is, we can say now this can be 25x, 20x, 15s. So how much? 25 and 20, 45, 15, 60. 60x and 100 will go there. This will do 30 into 100. Understood? So what is your x? It is 50. Understand? So if 50 is your number of 10 rupees, 15, 25 rupees, 25 paisa coin, this is 15 paisa coin, this is 5 paisa coin. So what is the quantity? Numbers now of 5 paisa, it is 3 into x. So 3 into 150, 3 into 50, that means 150. The earlier case the answer was 150, so this was also better. So this is a straightforward method where you have to only assume one multiplier and you have to put this equation. But other case, that was the straightforward case where I can get the answer in that way also, where I just converting the value, converting this quantity ratio in the value ratio. Then after I am getting the percentage of contribution of 5 paisa, and then after I am converting into the quantity. So both the method is correct. Whatever you find suitable, you can adopt. Okay. If A is to B is 5:9 and B is to C equal to 7:4, then find A is to B is to C. This is a problem of continued proportion. You have to find it. Okay, so what you know, the common of the factors. Now here you can see B is given as the mean only. There are no other things. So once B is only mean and the B is different, so you cannot put it in the same order. So rather you have to bring it in same number. Okay, so now A by B, it is equal to 5/9 and B by C, it is given as 7/4. So what you have to do, you have to multiply with 7 for both case, you have to multiply with 9 for both case, straightforward. So this is 35/63. Now this is 63 by 4 9s are 36, isn't it? So what is your ratio? To B is to C, because as I have converted this in same ratio, the other things will remain same, and this will be your final ratio. Now there is no chance of converting into further reduced form, because there is no common factor that can be divided all three. So this is your final result of A is to B is to C. Okay. 17. Find the mean proportion of mean proportion between 0.23 and, so this is again a straightforward formula. The mean between two numbers a and b, if a or b are two numbers, mean between these two numbers how will get? Let be x, so this is x by b, this is the orientation of the mean, where mean will be common for both this. So I have to get a is to x, x is to b, has to be same, so x square is ab, so I will get mean. So to do the square root of the product of the extremes, that is the rule. So mean is you can get directly by doing multiplication and the square root of these two. Okay, so now this is prime number 23. If I even remove the decimal, and 24 can be taken as 23. I'm just assuming 100 is coming out. It is 24 is equal to 4 into 6, so that means is equal to 2. 2 can be taken out, 6. So this is 2 by 100, and 23 into 6, 18, 138. 138, if you do approximation, it will be 38.2.0. Sorry, this will be 121, 7, 1, 22, as because this is 0, 5, 4, 4 may be there. Why this 0 decimal will come? This will be 38 will be there, 11, this is 2, I'm taking 1, 21, 17, then after the decimal will come, the 0 will come, 17, 17, 1, 0, why I'm taking this, 22, 17, 0, that then it is 0 will come another, 0, 8, 16, almost 7 and 8 or will come. So this is almost, you can take approximation as because from the decimal it is 2 numbers further, decimal 0 will come. So this will be approximation 11.1 you can take, because this will coming the second after the decimal is more than 5, so you can change the number, so you can take 2 into approximate 1 by 100. So this is 22.2 by 100, all along this will come 0.22222. So this will be the answer of the mean between these two. Approximation 0.22 you can take, because this is less than 5, so this cannot be converted, so approximately you can take 0.22 between these two numbers. Okay, this has completed, so now I will stop it here, this session. In the next session I will start from number 18. Thank you for now.